This video is to help show you step by step how to file an unemployment claim on your Reemploy Me portal account. To get to Reemploy Me, you'll go to reemployme.maine.gov. The website is displayed below on your screen. Once you are on the Reemploy Me website, if you have not created a user ID and password, please go back to the video and watch how to create a user ID and password and also verify your email address. We strongly urge you to save your login credentials as you would any other login ID and password you create, like your online banking. Now let's get started. In this video, we'll be focusing on how to file a claim. To do this, you'll want to select File Claim option. You will now enter in your user ID, your password, and select Submit. Once you are logged in successfully, you'll see the Reemploy Me homepage. From the homepage, you will select the Unemployment Claim tab and then select File Unemployment Claim, where you'll get the claim notification. The claim filing notification screen will appear. You can file a Maine Internet claim if you have worked in the state of Maine or served in the military within the last 18 months. You've not filed a claim for unemployment benefits against another state in the past 12 months. You'll need the following information to complete your claim: your Social Security number, alien registration, if applicable, the business name, address, and telephone number of each of the places you have worked at during the past 18 months, the jobs you held and dates you worked for each employer within the past 18 months. Select Next. If you have filed in the past, your name and some of the information will pre-populate on this screen. If this is your first time filing, you'll have to provide all of these details. Put your first name, last name, middle initial if you have one, you can provide that, or another last name that you worked since October 1st of 2018. Date of birth, gender, race. Are you a U.S. citizen? If you select no, you do have to provide the following details below in A, B, and C. If yes, no further details are needed. If you have a disability, select yes or no. This is not a required field. Any required fields have a red asterisk around them. Are you a military veteran, transitional veteran, or spouse of a military veteran? Select the highest grade completed in school from the drop-down. Do you have any language preference? If yes, provide the type of language from the drop-down. If you're the primary support of dependent children, do you wish to file for dependency allowance? If yes, you have to answer sub-question A. If you don't have the dependent details, that's okay. we'll mail you a paper form to fill out. Once all your details are completed, hit Next. The Contact Details screen appears. You want to provide your mailing address, city, state, zip code, if your residential address is the same as your mailing address, select that option and the details above will pre-populate below. If different, you do have to provide those details. On any screen, there are these little circles with question marks. These are helper text. If you're not sure what the question's asking, select that and then a description box will appear, giving you more information on what is being asked. Once you've reviewed these details and no longer need the box, just hit the red X to return back to your other screen. Number 4 is required, but it does not have a red asterisk around it. You need to select a town by using the drop down. Provide a telephone number, primary telephone number, and a cell phone number or a secondary number if you have one. It's okay to provide the same one for each box. Would you like to sign up and receive notification via text message regarding your employment Would you like to sign up to receive notification via text message regarding your reemployment assistance? These are just notification text messages. They don't provide a whole lot of detail, just let you know that you need to go and review your claim because a status is updated. How may we contact you? By email or by mail? Paper mail, that is. If you select email, you do have to agree to the terms and conditions of MDOL regarding electronic notifications. Again, these are just notifications. These do not provide a lot of detail, just notifying you that you need to go look at your claim on the portal or call in and speak to a representative. You want to provide your email address and confirm your email address. Now at any point while you're filing, if you see a Finish Later option on your screen down on the left-hand side, that is like a save button. It saves some of your information up until the point in which you hit Finish Later. For security purposes, you may have to provide information again on some of the screens that you've already filled out. Now select Next to continue. The next screen is Verify Contact Details. If any of the details are not correct, hit back and edit them. If everything is all set, hit Next and continue. Security confirmation screen appears. The Maine Department of Labor will validate identity information you've provided with other states and federal agencies. Please enter your first name and last name as it appears on your Social Security card and review the information to secure that this is correct before clicking Next. Your birth date will pre-fill from the first screen where you had entered it in. Please verify that detail. If it's not correct, please go back and correct that. Everything is okay to go, so we're going to move forward. The next screen you'll see is File Claim. From which location are you filing your claim? Home, a public facility like a library, or the Career Center? In this case, home is what I'm going to select. Were you employed with the federal government performing federal civilian services after October 1st of 2018? If yes, you do have to select out of the U.S., in U.S., or in Maine. In this case, I'm saying no. Anytime if you had selected an option and need to unselect it, just double click the blue box and it will go away. Were you discharged from the U.S. military after October 1st of 2018? Yes or no? Have you worked for any employer since October 1st of 2018? Yes or no? Have you worked for an employer since October 1st of 2018? Yes. If yes, you need to select the states, including federal, outside of U.S., or military employment. By selecting the states, you just check the box off. If you have more than one state that you've worked for, you want to make sure you select all of those states. If you select a state on accident, just click the box to remove it. Do you have a definite date to return to work with your most recent employer? Yes or no? If yes, indicate that date. Have you applied for unemployment insurance benefits in any other state other than Maine in the last 12 months? Are you currently receiving or have you received short-term disability since October 1st of 2018? Are you currently receiving or have you received workers' comp since October 1st of 2018? Now question 10. Are you currently unemployed due to the novel coronavirus outbreak, also known as COVID-19? Only answer yes to this question if you have been laid off due to COVID-19. And then select Next. The employment history screen will appear. The following screens will ask you to provide details of your employment history during the past 18 months. Primary job title description search. Enter a job title which reflects your skills, job history, and interests. This will help our system classify the types of jobs that may meet your qualification and interests. So in the job title search box, type in a job skill that you have and then hit search. Now read through the job title and job descriptions to best select the job in which you are looking to select. Once you've done that, hit Next. You receive the job title summary. Here you have to enter in your work experience in years and months. You can delete any job description because this is blue and has an underline. It means it's an action item. You can select anything that's blue with underline to take further action. Do you want to add another job skill or job history to interest? Select Yes. And then hit Next. The primary job title and description search appears. Enter in another job title and hit Search. Again, review the job title and job descriptions to best select the one in which you're looking to have on your record. And then hit Next. You receive the job title summary screen again. You want to provide the number of years and months worked, and whether or not this is a last job skill you had or a preferred job skill that you have. You can continue to add more job skills if you would like, but in this case I'm selecting No and moving to the next screen. Employment details. This is where we're going to talk about your employment over the last 18 months. If this screen appears and provides an employer name of employers that have reported your wages to the state of Maine. If you did not work for the employer that is shown, select No and we'll review those details. If you did, select Yes and provide the details of your employment. Enter your employment start date, employment end date, your job description, rate of pay, and whether it was by hour, weekly, monthly, however you're providing that. Select a reason you are no longer working with the employer. If you select voluntary quit, you do have to select a voluntary quit reason from the drop-down box. But in this case, it's lack of work. If you have applied for or are receiving a pension from this employer, you need to provide the employer telephone number. Are you being paid by the employer during your time off? Are you receiving or have you received any short-term disability benefits from this employer since October 1st of 2018? And will you be receiving any remuneration from this employer? If yes, you need to provide whether it's a bonus pay or other pay. And then once all the details are completed, hit Next. If you have more than one employer, again, you have to provide the details for each of those employers. Then we get to the employment summary screen. Here, you can add another employer if you have a recent employer that is not showing in the monetary. If you select Yes and select a drop down to Main Employer, you can enter in those details manually. In this case, I'm selecting No and hitting Next. Now we get into our able and availability details screen. Are you currently self-employed? Are you a corporate officer? Currently working on a commission basis? A professional athlete? Have you refused an offer of work since you last were employed? Are you currently attending schooling or training? Do you have a medical condition, disability, or illness that will limit your ability to perform your normal work? Can you accept full-time work? If no selected, you do have to select a reason to why, and more than one option can be applied. Again, if you answer this and you need to remove it, just uncheck the boxes and double-click the hot button and move it to the one that you want. Are you a union member? If you selected Yes, you have to stay in contact with your union hall about work. Does your regular occupation require shift work? Yes or no? If yes, you have to provide the sub-question details. If no, no other information is needed. How many hours per week did you normally work in the last 18 months? How many hours per week are you currently able and available for work? And then we'll select Next to continue. The next screen that appears is a tax withholding and payment option. Here is where you can opt into having 10% of your benefits taken out for federal income tax, and also the 5% taken out for state income tax. This can be changed at any point under the Benefit Maintenance tab. You will automatically be enrolled to receive your benefit payments by an electronic payment card. If you'd rather receive your payments by direct deposit into your checking or savings account, you'll want to go to the Benefit Maintenance tab after you submit your claim and update your bank information and select payment options. You'll want to read through the short form and long disclosure form. The short form appears on the screen. You can just scroll down through and read those details. If you select the long disclosure form, this will pre-populate into a separate tab for you to review, save, or print. Once you've reviewed, saved, or print, to go back to the screen that we were just on, you can close the box out by selecting the Close tab box up here. Once you've reviewed all the information, you do have to enter in your last four of your Social Security number. This is your electronic signature. And then select Next. Your Benefits Right information screen will appear. You must read the unemployment insurance benefit rights information before your claim can be processed. To save and print this information, you can select the blue hyperlink, which will then again give you the options to open, save, or save as, and you can save this right to your computer. To go back, you just X out of that tab. It's also here for you to just scroll down and read as well. Again, you need to enter in the last four of your social for your electronic signature, and then hit Submit. Now we're at the important weekly certification filing instructions. You must file a weekly claim as instructed. You must be able and available for work and actively seeking work. You must report all periods of employment of any type and report any earnings earned, including tips or cash value provided for such employment. You must report any offer of work that you refuse or any referral refusals made by the Career Center or the job link. You must report any remuneration pay. You must certify that you are not seeking unemployment benefits under any other state or federal unemployment insurance system for any part of this period. You must certify that any answers to the questions on the internet application are true, knowing that this is a criminal offense to make any false statements to obtain benefits. Once you have read through all of the details on the important weekly certification filing instruction screen, select Next. Then you receive your claim confirmation screen. Here you can select the benefit rights information, again in print or save. You can also print your confirmation by selecting Print. This completes how to file your initial claim on your portal account.